Yo, it's your boy Alfie King, and welcome to another episode of the 106 Mile Podcast, everybody. Come in, get comfortable, get comfortable. Now, this is going to be a seat of the pants one today, because I'm running out of time very quickly. Because what I'm trying to do, if I can afford the Benjamins, is to come to you here live from London, from Pirate Studios. You can probably hear somebody doing like a punk covers band in the background. But that's part of the magic of being in the city, yo. So, like I say, I'm going to try and do a thing where book Pirate once a week if I've got the Benjamins, and then we do like a writing session at the beginning. I say we, me and Redfire here, and then afterwards I do the podcast. Now today I had the resistance a little bit, didn't want to do it, had a bit of a bummer weekend, to be honest, had a really bad week, but that's life, yo. That's what happens. And then I came back in here, I wrote some music, and now I feel much better about things. So I'm just going to play this sucker in. 106 miles Chicago, gotta get there for dawn. Come on now, brother, you won't ride along. 106 miles, baby, hope you got some stories to tell. 106 miles. Yeah. So, like I say, welcome. Okay, we seated the pants in this one today. I got like 20 minutes before they're going to kick my ass out of here. So, been a mad week at work. Been hitting the gym. Been getting all the fucking workouts in. Been getting stronger, which is great. My weight's kind of coming down, but kind of going up because of the muscle mass thing, I'm hoping. But feeling fantastic. So, the athletic greens. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's some woo-woo shit, but it works for me. I'm feeling better. My gut's feeling better. I know that I've got I feel, and again, this is medical advice, but I feel that I'm getting those boxes ticked for all the zinc and all the things that I might not be getting. Been meal prepping like a madman. All the healthy stuff. Put in loads of more vegetables in my food as well now. And feels great. The coffee, still haven't touched the coffee. Again, the coffee was the thing that was slowing me down. I know it sounds mad, but my focus is so much better now. I used to get to the point where I'd be like, right, I'm going to sit and read a load of books and do a load of study and do a load of stuff. And then I'll be like, but I need to drink some coffee. And I'll drink, like I say, I drank far too much coffee. But I drink like a pint of coffee in a cafetiere and then just be fucking wired. But I didn't know what wired was, which is a bit weird. But anyway, so been a lot more focused with things. But we still have some hard times. Like I say, this week kind of sucked real bad for other stuff, but I got through it. We got through it, and it's the weekend. And like I said, I went out on Friday night, had some beers with the boys, and very soon we can get them on the podcast, which is going to be the fucking best thing ever. However, we will have our vices, and like I say, Rocky Week, bought a pack of cigarettes. So there you go. That fucking undoes all the healthiness that I've been doing to myself. But again, it's one of those things you just got to check in with yourself and say, man, the fuck you doing, man? But there we go. None of us are perfect, but like I say, I'm going to try and nip that in the bud and then just carry on with the fucking health train. And I think it's been really good. In the past, what I do is be like, oh, I had a pack of cigarettes, oh, fuck, and I'll just give up on the gym, give up on everything. And I was like, no, you decided to, you got to pay the cost to be the boss, my man. You got to go through this. So I still got up and went to the gym and felt really insecure. I was like, oh, do I smell like cigarettes? Everyone's going to think I'm weird. No one cares. You're at a gym. Everyone's just there in their headphones getting on with life. But I made myself do it, and that kind of helps counteract the whatever. So hopefully next week I can come back and be like, I'm free. But anyway. So you can probably hear a pop punk band. If I haven't already mentioned this, there's some like loads of rehearsals because we're coming live from London, baby. This is what happens when you're in Pirate Studios. I'm going to fly through this like I was saying. Album of the week was Born Under a Bad Sign by Alfie King. Amazing album. I knew like Born Under a Bad Sign. I knew that song, but I'd never really listened to a lot of Alfie King stuff. And this is the wonderful thing about Pete giving me the music to listen to and things. So that was a sick song. Crosscut Saw, that was a good song. Kansas City, one of my favorites. But it kind of, there was, The Hunter, that's also an amazing song. There was a moment, like The Very Thought of You, and I think as the years passed by, it was very interesting because I think at the time they kind of had like blues albums, and I mean you get it now I suppose, but it felt like those two songs, they were of a total different ilk. Maybe he was trying to try a new thing and see what happened, and you know, because one of those is a cover, but he had an amazing voice for that kind of like, not big band because it's his own interpretation of it, but those kind of American songbook classics and things like that. So it was really interested, but primarily it was like a lesson in what kind of predecessed SRV, like Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff like that, the guitar playing. And again, I'm somebody who gets super paranoid. Like I talk to Louis about it when I'm drunk and stuff, and I'm like, but I'm just not good enough at like so. That's rhythm, yeah. That's a rhythm guitar. Now I always have to play rhythm and lead because I ain't fucking got another guitar player. But that's like lead stuff. So if you're going. I always worry that I haven't got enough vocabulary to make it like interesting, and I realised my tone knob was rolled off on that. We got a little Eric Clapton there. Yeah, I worry that my soloing isn't good enough for that kind of thing. And one thing I always fall prey to is trying to speed up or go really high in the neck just to try and cover myself. And that is a method that people do, but it was just. And that's like. It's like he's not, and that's just me trying to do an impersonation, but the way he plays, he ain't got nothing to fucking prove to no one, and he's just like. It would just kind of be the same rhythm. You see, the rhythm of that is like sorry. It's just like very, but that would be the whole way through. And he's just like, I'm playing it, baby. And I get really paranoid about not using other scales. That's all in one scale. About not using enough other scales or doing interesting stuff. But when you go back to the classics, man, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of them knew how to play guitar and throw other scales and loads of cool shit. But when you get like that album kind of taught me again of like, just relax and have fun, man. And that's one of the things that I always suck myself out. So that was that song. That was that album. Very good album. Check it out. Next week's album is Etta James at Last. And that's going to be interesting because that was a song of mine and an old flame 10 years ago or something. And that's going to be fascinating because like, I know a little bit of her stuff and it kind of mixes like some of the jazz influences and the bluesy jazz stuff and kind of early soul, I'd say. And I don't know. I'll be interested to experience it. But that like, at last my love has come along. That melodic like, oh man, my lonely days are over. And the way she sang it, fucking A. It's like, you got to be musically interesting. You got to have good tone, but you got to fucking got to make people feel what you're doing. And that song, shit, man. Even if you watch the Cadillac Records film and you see Muddy Waters listening to her in the film and she's like, whoa, because in the film it's Beyonce. Mad. So, that's going to be me. I'm sorry that it's quick in and out, but I've got a little taster for you at the end of this. You might have seen it on my Instagram feed if I post it up by then. It's a rough take. I literally wrote it and then played it into the camera, and it's going to go to my iPhone, so it's going to change the quality a bit. But some new music is being written, recorded, tracks and stuff. So tune in. Come back next week. I might have some more of it for you. Maybe some other songs. Maybe a jam. Who fucking knows? Maybe I'll do a special on the 335. Who knows what happens on the 106 Mile podcast? Maybe we'll even have a guest. But anyway, I've been Alfie King. It's the 106 Mile podcast, everybody. 106 miles Chicago, gotta get there for dawn. Come on now, brother, you won't ride alone. 106 miles, baby, hope you got some stories to tell. 106 miles. Ooh, little surprise then. See ya. My baby Santa, a letter for me. My baby Santa, a letter for me. Oh, brother, I gotta go right now. My man, I gotta cut a bird. My hands are shaking, Lord, I can barely catch my breath. Everywhere she wrote, Lord, it sends me to death. Too many late night phone calls with others in the room. Too many I love you, baby, I'll be back real soon.